good, everyone? I am the Mouth for the South, and I am asking you if you have a second to talk about our Lord and Saviour, Sleep. And in particular, Sleep Token, who have just dropped their brand new album entitled Take Me Back to Eden, the end of a trilogy, and boy howdy, what an album. So for those of you who don't know, and in which case, where the fuck have you been in the metal scene, especially in the year of our Lord and Saviour 2023, Sleep Token are a English-based band. You can't really define Sleep Token in a genre. Are they metalcore? Sometimes. Are they gent? Sometimes. Are they rap and trap? A little bit. They're a little weekendy at times. Are they prog rock? Are they actual rock? There's so many different elements that define this band. They are a masked theatrical band who simply go as Vessel 2, 3 and 4. Now, I have been a fan of Sleep Token for a little under a year. I discovered them with the amazing Will Ramos covering their song Hypnosis. Late last year, or in the summer of last year actually, and I was very, very intrigued, was blown away by Will singing, and then was just like, so who's Sleep Token? And I went and took a listen to Hypnosis and was immediately enthralled by Vessel's style of singing. His very deep, low, operatic, breathy, it entranced me, it really, really did. And since then, I just delved into everything that Sleep Token had to offer. I went back to their earliest of earliest stuff, Nazareth, Jericho, all the really old shit. Then went to Sundowning and This Place Will Be Your Tomb. My favourite songs of theirs were songs like, the songs that had a good blend of everything Sleep Token. Songs like Atlantic.
Underwater, it's blue light over murder for me.
The Offering.
You are a garden entwined with all. You are the silence. Turn the page. Take a bite.
Like that.
Trapped under the surface of your words, there is a new intention, new. Do you like that?
Honestly, so many others. And back in January of this year, they released a song entitled Chokehold, which I remember we were at my girlfriend's place at the time. We now live together, yay! I was at my girlfriend's place at the time, and I remember listening to the song that had just dropped past midnight, and I remember just sitting there going, oh, what a song. I cannot wait for what's next. And then boom! Within 24 hours, we get The Summoning, which has very, very quickly become the defining metal song of 2023. Everyone kind of fell in love with the amazing, djenty, heavy guitars, the god-like drumming offered up, and the soaring vocals in the chorus that disgusting, brutalistic breakdowns. The trancey synth section leading into the sexiest vocals and jazzy, funky breakdown of all time.
Did I mistake you for a sign from God?
And ever since then, Sleep Token have been slowly drip feeding us songs off of the album. We got Granite,
When you sit there acting like you know me,
Aqua Regia, Vor, and Do You Wish That You Loved Me,
do you wish that you loved me?
which actually had not a lot of defectors, but I'd say it had a fair few. A lot of people seemed to be kind of put off by Do You Wish That You Loved Me. Definitely saying it was the weakest of all the singles they'd put out. Vessel had very clear... What's the bullshit that rappers use? I forget what it's called. Auto-tune! That's what it is for people who can't sing. But Vessel can sing, and they used some auto-tune on his voice. I think it was purely for style. Rammstein did a similar thing on their most recent album, Zeit, in which Till Lindemann used auto-tune on a fair few different tracks as well. I think it was purely for it was a stylistic choice more than I can't sing like people like Drake and Lil Wayne and all those fucking wannabes who people praise and love, but fuck them. That's not saying I have anything against people who use auto-tune or anything like that. I'm just saying, for the most part, I don't like bullshit pop music. For the most part, there's some bangers out there and some amazing artists. But, nonetheless, the build-up has been for this brand new album, Take Me Back to Eden. Now, I do plan to have reactions out for every single song. They are already recorded. I'm recording this after I've done my reactions and I've actually listened to the album. And this is just my review of the album itself. I've got to say, the album is perfect. Front to back, it's beautiful. It made me want to cry. It made me want to sing. It made me want to scream. It made me want to punch my friend in the face. And it made me think. And I remember just getting lost in certain songs. And it was an amazing, epic, beautifully told journey. And the perfect end to the trilogy that is Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and Take Me Back to Eden. So we're going to go through it and do a bit of a track by track thing at the moment. Certain songs I had heard already. When the reactions come out, you will see that I'd already heard certain songs because I didn't record reactions for them at the time, because I'm soon to be a father. I get to meet my child in 6 weeks. We are having a boy. His name is going to be Valen, and I could not be more excited to become a dad. And he's already a fan of Sleep Token. I was playing him a Sleep Token song and he was dancing in the womb. I love it. Here's the footage. So yeah, he already appreciates the offerings that Sleep Token have to offer. Now, Chokehold. It's beautiful. Like, the amazing build-up. Will Ramos actually does a really amazing breakdown of this, in that when Vessel sings in this, he holds the last letter so long. Like, when he sings Accident, he doesn't sing Accident. He sings accident. Like, he really holds out that final note and just always gives this like real Like, he's pushing all he can. His emotion in the song is absolutely insane. And then you've got that awesome, beautiful, soaring chorus mixed in with those down, 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 down. Like, that's so cool, and Chokehold's just amazing. Then we have the Summoning, which I've already kind of gone over. It's amazing. I remember the first time listening to it, when I had that ding 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 on the ride, before going into the, like, jazzy Arctic Monkeys-esque breakdown. I was like, oh, it's gonna go heavy. And then fucking Vessel goes, when my love, did I mistake you for a sign on God? And you're like, oh, I understand. I get it now. I get it. I understand. And it's so sexy and seductive, and Then we move on to Granite, which is actually a bit of a banger of a single, doing bigger numbers than Chokehold as well. I love Granite. My girlfriend constantly takes the piss out of me because we could be listening to the song anywhere, at work, in public, at home, and when it drops in with the when you sit there acting like you know me, I always have to sing that part because it's just so, it's so good the way the song takes a turn. Yeah, Granite's amazing. It's a super, super awesome track. Aqua Regia is very jazzy and blues influenced. There's a really nice, like, bass, ride and snare with piano interlude between, like, the second chorus before in a really nice, like, interloping bridge section. It's beautifully, beautifully played. To Vor, which is fucking heavy. Like, it just starts off with, like, weird trancey noises and, like, some real ASMR nommingness, and then Vessel just comes in destroying shit. And I love the way this album is structured, because the first 5 songs that you hear on the album are songs you've already heard. Chokehold, Summoning, Granite, Aqua Regia, Vor. They are all songs the band knows you have heard before. And then when you're finally done with Vor and you're wondering, right, what could possibly come next? Then comes what is possibly the best song on the album and one of Sleep Token's best efforts ever, Ascensionism. And oh my god, this fucking song starts with the most melancholic piano you've ever heard. And then it just transcends and morphs and molds itself into a masterpiece. Vessel's vocals are soaring and beautiful. In the final kind of like chorus of the song, I guess you'd call it, he is really pushing his vocal cords, not in the he's not in the typical like getting really high, but just the way he is belting those final notes. It is beautifully done. The guitars are heavy, the drums are godlike, and it's phenomenal. And then we get into Are You Really Okay? A really slow, somber affair, which again, Vessel's vocals are just huge standouts. And I will say, for every single song on this album, just when you think it is going one way, just when you think you are starting to get like, oh okay, this is this kind of song, kind of similar to this song on Sundowning or this song on This Place Will Become Your Tomb. No! They throw a curveball in at left field like you've never fucking expected it, and it is so masterfully done with every song. And it happens on The Apparition, and The Apparition is fucking sick.
Hey guys, post-editing Mitch here. I can't believe how much I skip over The Apparition in this review. Clearly I wasn't thinking straight, because like in the review, I say The Apparition is fucking sick, and then move on to Do You Wish That You Loved Me. The Apparition is one of the best songs they've ever done in their entire careers. The Apparition is fucking phenomenal, and the way it starts with Vessel's like quite deep, breathy questioning of why are you never real, and like the basis of like having a conversation with a ghost. And again, the song builds so well, and the melodies in this are some of my favorites, and it's melodies that I will have in my head all day. Just the hijack heaven with another memory now, like that's so good. And it's kind of rappy, and there's a lot of rap influence on this album. Kind of skip over it in Ascensionism, and I believe I talk about it in Take Me Back to Eden. But The Apparition is just so well crafted, and I do this all the time. I have so many things I want to say about songs, and I just don't know how to form it into sentences. But The Apparition is one of those songs that just continuously builds and builds and builds. And the way the music like cuts out, when Vessel goes, "This wound will never heal," like he drops into this low, breathy tone before then belting out,
Why are you
basically, yeah, just that huge belt into the soaring chorus is amazing. And then we get the creep. I take the piss out of it. Not take the piss, but it's become kind of like a Easter eggy joke between me and my partner and like friends and stuff. The Vessel Ghost at the end, where like the song breaks down into this like R&B based kind of track, like it's got a real R&B beat to it, and that's just going, and I just say it sounds like a spooky ghost. The Vessel Ghost goes, it's silly. Also, Anthony Fantano does not know what the fuck he's on about, giving this album a fucking 2. Like, I understand you've made your career off of making shit hot takes and like all that kind of stuff, but like Mike Portnoy called it a potential album of the year and called it a masterpiece. So yeah, your hot takes mean shit, buddy.
Do You Wish That You Loved Me is up next, and again, kind of covered the song already. I think it's great. Now, I'm gonna kind of skip over Rain for a second, just because I'm so eager to talk about these last 2 tracks. Rain is an absolutely amazing track as well. It's actually one of the songs where I was starting to not feel fatigued with the album, but was almost in a sense of like, oh, okay, it's more of a similar kind of vibe to this song, and okay, sure. And then again, it takes a turn, and Vessel just does something new, and the band does something new, and this is what I mean. The musicianship and the compositions of these pieces are absolutely phenomenal, and they pull it off every single time, and it's fucking amazing. It really is. Then we have Take Me Back to Eden. Boy howdy, this almost feels like Ascensionism's big brother, because again it has that real melancholic feel to it, and then by the end it is so evil and so heavy, and when Vessel is screaming "Take me back to Eden," you just feel the force and the power and like a tightening in your chest. It's beautifully done. I also think in Take Me Back to Eden there is a callback to the opening track in Chokehold. I believe it's in Take Me Back to Eden. If it's not, kill me now and correct me in the comments. But I'm pretty sure there's a reference to Chokehold in there where he sings the same lyric of "It was no accident," and the callbacks don't stop. They carry forth into "You Slid."
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
Euclid, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I do know, however, he is I believe, a Greek mathematician, an ancient Greek mathematician, active as a geometer and logician. Considered the father of geometry. No, that's very... If you're into Sleep Token's lore, I think that tells you a fair part. I would strongly recommend the YouTube channel Sleep Token Luke if you're a fan of Sleep Token's lore and stuff, because honestly, this shit's deeper than Five Nights at fucking Freddy's, and that lore is fucking ridiculous. I know, I love lore and shit. I'm coming up with lore for my own album in Darksader, but when that eventually comes out, I know. You Slid is the real tearjerker on the album. It's the one that really, really makes you think, and it is Vessel pouring his fucking heart out. Like, I'd say almost like never before, but very similar to Love You Want, very similar to Atlantic, very similar to Bloodsport, and just, again, the emotion he is pouring out into the song is amazing. And the transitions of lyrics from "the night does not belong to God" to "the night belongs to you." Oh man, like that's some hard-hitting shit. And yeah, I'm not afraid to say it, I welled up listening to this song. The album itself is just, it's masterful. It is a band who have taken the metal scene by storm and show no signs of slowing down, keep pushing the boundaries, and just keep really expanding their range and what they can do as a band. It's honestly amazing. Like, I've seen a lot of positive reviews for this, and I can fucking see why, because this album is simply perfect. It's made me feel things I've not felt from an album in a long time, and I am so happy to be a part of Sleep Token's journey. I'm so happy that they have laid forth this offering for us, and it is something they have allowed us to consume. It's magnificently done. It's a majestic piece of art. That's the only way I can describe this album. It is art in its purest form. It is beautiful, and I am so happy I live in a time period where Sleep Token are a thing. And yeah, the album's amazing. It's really something else. The closing of a trilogy, the beginning of something new, and Take Me Back to Eden. I'm gonna want to be taken back to this point again and again and again. And my only regret about listening to the album is I will never be able to listen to it for the first time ever again. But I get to listen to it for the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time, and however many times I want. And that's beautiful. This album is perfection. I love the band. I love each of the individual members. I cannot wait to go and see them live. They make music that I like. They make music that my girlfriend likes. They make music that my son likes. Sleep Token are a band that well and truly are just next level. And yeah, I'm astounded at their bravery and the beauty of this album. I've been the Mouth from the South. I love you all. Mwah. Be safe out there. Take care of each other. And peace.
Space and light, roads and desert.